Hello, hello. Today I'm had some reflections to make about some video, and I chose this video. In this video, I thought it was a good video, and yeah, it talks about like the cost of New York City. But the thing that I wanted to comment on wasn't related, and it was more of I'm not sure like what makes this video good. And it's not just the details and the effort; it's more the people. He brings like a lot of friends, and that's what gives the video something different. And I thought that was interesting. He has like 5 friends involved for in this shopping thing, the real estate person who helps him do whatever, and the two roommates that give also some perspective on the story or something. And yeah, that was something that I find hard to replicate. I find it hard to ask for other. I would find it hard to ask for other people to be in my video for some reason. I don't think I do it. That was one thing I thought of. Okay, I'll just buy some food now. I just planned on buying it, but now the stream started, so I'll just go buy some now and be right back in like 20 minutes, maybe 30. Okay. I'll probably still be streaming, I think. So yeah, that was what I thought. And yeah, that was what I thought of this video. Object level, New York City sounds interesting, and they mentioned something like yeah, that it's good to have like roommates or whatever, I don't know, and that the city itself is worth it. Blah blah blah. Okay, another thing I wanted to do was to analyze my thumbnails to see what, well, not analyze, to see my thumbnails and see which ones I get ideas for to. Interesting. Yeah, to like A/B test to see what, because I have been enabled this kind of A/B testing feature. I wanted to see if I get ideas. One view, lol. 4 views. I think I could A/B test this video's thumbnail. Let's see. Food in a week video. Clearer flags. Better split. So have this half be Japanese and this Spanish, and then the flag overlay that takes more of the picture, maybe with maybe a little bit of a fading out or something. I also wanted to do a status update. Maybe the race one. Culture, race, etc. one. I like this one, to be honest. I'm keeping this one. I like this thumbnail, to be honest. Maybe I could try a different one for the achievement nothing. Okay. Achieved nothing in 2023. This one was copying another one, but and in these ones already Maybe I could do a better one in the day in the life of my unemployed ass. Day in the life of my unemployed ass. Of these videos, I'm not sure. Maybe I should do this video again. I don't know. I'm thinking. I'm seeing all these thumbnails and all these videos, and I'm just like, this is fucking slop. I don't know. It's evident that no one cares. I care a little bit, but if no one cares, if no one other than me cares, ugh, I don't know. If no one cares, why post? This is a legit question. Like, I don't really know why I do it. I've been scrolling through my own videos. It was for another purpose. I just got like the ability to A/B test thumbnails. So I was like, which one of these videos could I A/B test? Like, which ones give me ideas for A/B testing stuff? And I have a couple. Because, for example, on these ones, I don't know, many of those don't inspire me to change the thumbnail in any way, right? It's more or less, the video was more or less made quickly to just share a thought, and I don't think, like, it does not come to me something like very obviously an idea to change the thumbnail to regarding the thought right now, right? But like the effect that seeing all these fucking thumbnails and all the view counts and all this has had on me right now is the question that I asked, right? Why post the videos if no one cares, right? Making them if no one cares makes sense, right? In a way, I do care about my videos. I do care about the things that I say. That's why I say them. But if no one else cares, like I could just make the videos, like if they are for documental purposes to like see how I was feeling over like throughout time or whatever. Or like if those videos can be used in the future to make something, then it's like I could just keep them on hard drive, right? So, or like I think have them unlisted and then delist them once I make the package thing out of the many different ones, right? So this is like the question I am asking. Technically, I'm posting them because you never know, right? That is what made me post them. You never know. But I think after 150 times or like 160 times or whatever, I kind of know that no one gives a fuck, right? So my question is, do I still post because the spirit keeps being the same, right? Like technically nothing has changed, right? There is still the opportunity of someone maybe seeing it or whatever, but maybe not. Right? Like maybe like the video count seem to be like really decreasing, right? Four views, 1, 2, 2, 7, 5. This one was 18 for some reason, but right. So I get the like I question myself. I'm like, okay, there are probably, I don't know, like this channel was never meant to go viral or whatever. It was more or less meant to post just in case, right? Just in case someone finds them helpful or whatever. But if you've been proven, like, does the just in case hold up, or does it not, right? Is it something that you should repeat, or is it something that you should learn from, right? Should I learn the lesson of no one gives a fuck about my videos, stop posting and think more about what people give a fuck if you want views or something? Or should I be like, no, actually no one has given a fuck yet, but who knows, right? Who knows in the future if someone will give a fuck. So you can keep doing it. I don't know if I should stop or if I should not stop, right? That is the problem. So yeah, that was the video for today. I don't have a lot else to say. This is, I don't know, as you can see, these videos are pretty open-ended, so I obviously welcome feedback. This is like a legit question that I have, right? I would like I'm not sure if I will follow your comment if you comment something, but I will take it into account, right? I don't know if this will reach anyone that will comment. I don't know. I don't know if it will reach anyone that will have a perspective that they want to share, even, right? I don't know. Maybe it is something personal and no one dares say anything, right? Maybe the answer is obvious for some people, but it's not obvious to me, but that's why I'm asking. I don't know. Goodbye. I'm uploading the video, by the way. Why? I don't know. It's just like, it's almost, what do you say? Practica? No, I don't know. It's almost automatic. Reads homie. This video is insane.
我很渴了，我要喝一杯马奶。我觉得马奶比牛奶好喝。我看冰箱里，我的马奶
在哪里？
谁喝完了我的马奶？
我喝完了，
上个先生。
哈哈哈！我是 Big Chungus。
我很不高兴，我不喜欢上个先生。你给我买一瓶马奶吧。
但是我是一只兔子，我没有钱。No。
Big Chungus 没有钱。
我们是 Big Chungus 的朋友。 我们会给你买一瓶马奶。
小黄瓜，
我们业主的马奶比牛奶好喝。
我很喜欢小黄瓜。大家好，我是 Tony。你们喜不喜欢我的电影？你们告诉我你们的回答。下次见。这是一部非常好的电影。
What the fuck? If no one cares, why post? This is a legit question. Like, I don't really know why I do it. I've been scrolling through my own videos. It was for another purpose. I just got like the ability to A/B test thumbnails. So I was like, which one of these videos could I A/B test? Like, which ones give me ideas for A/B testing stuff? And I have a couple. Because, for example, on these ones, I don't know, many of those don't inspire me to change the thumbnail in any way, right? It's more or less, the video was more or less made quickly. Bruh. Okay, I got derailed by Twitter as always. Okay. So these are the ideas that I had for today. So doing the thumbnail, testing brainstorm, talking about that fresh video and my thoughts on it, and I was also thinking of a new channel to start to kind of feel like I'm starting anew or something like that, and to disconnect myself from the Coscore Rift identity a little bit, to diversify or some shit like that. I don't know. I want to make my driving license project. I want to make, well, licenses in general, not just driving. Travel, I guess, is for after even the licenses part. I don't know, or before, maybe. I don't know, who knows. Okay, I'm back, but I need to put something on the stove so I don't overfill my freezer. Okay. I thought of a fashion channel because it is relatively easy, or I could start by doing inspiration or something like this. I don't know. Then also a web development channel or something like this. To go through books like SICP, the neural networks book, my website ideas, right? Website ideas aside from my personal site. Maybe something about cars too. Cars. I already have coches curiosos. So maybe I could start making stuff for there. I don't know, I have a lot of ideas. But I'm thinking now more on the container for the ideas, right? I want to bring kind of reliability to people. Well, not to people, but I think that is something I enjoy also. Like if I'm watching a travel content, I like seeing travel videos, right? It's nice to have that expectation. My videos are talking videos, so they are the same genre, I guess. With the odd blog or stuff like that sprinkled in. But yeah, I don't know. I think I have channel ideas somewhere. I even have here a channel idea like this about AI and finances. I think this was just purely for monetization purposes. I could add kind of like this. Today is today, 19. Yeah, maybe a video essay channel could be interesting as well. Let's see, separate video essay channel, some place where I can put essays into or something like this, more essay videos. These ideas are tough. I'm not sure if I will ever make them, to be honest. I've already made this video. I could make it better again for Coches Curiosos, though. And I could make something like an intro for the channel. intro, so something like espacio para gente, historias de coches, empezando por la mía propia. En muchas. I think I could start something like that, maybe, I don't know. In my mind, there is always the thought of, is there always out there someone out there who does it better than I could, which stops me from any idea. Yeah, in my case, it depends. Sometimes I usually think that, but then sometimes I think I truly have like an original idea, right? Or an original enough idea, and then even if there is no someone who could do it better, if it's not done, then I can be like, okay, I could do it, right? So, for example, if there are no interviews to a person who made ambulances, for example, who worked in a company that makes ambulances, and I can be the one, like, it's like, okay, there are probably people who could do it better than me. But if they are not doing it, because they are probably busy doing other things, right? They are probably busy doing things that return more money or that return more whatever, right? So I could do it, right? That is kind of my logic. It's like, is there someone who could talk about, and or also for personal things, is there someone who could talk about my relationship with the world of cars better than me? Probably not, right? Maybe my parents, but they are not on YouTube making videos or whatever, right? So if it's not done, it's a very strong if, you know. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it depends, right? For example, if I get the idea, I look it up on YouTube, and then I see like 20 results of it, and I see like 20 interviews of people, right? Then I will be like, okay, this is stupid. People have already done it. If I check it, and if I watch the videos and they are good, I'm like, okay, they have done it and they have done it well. So there is no room for me here, right? But usually what I find is that I try to find something. I click, I search for something. I see some things that could be related. I click and they are awful quality. Like they are not understandable. The questions are not asked interestingly, right? Or the people in the video don't seem interested at all because it's like some kind of mandatory thing, right? It's kind of a conference, like the 12th anniversary conference on the thing or whatever, or for the ambulance company or whatever, right? So it's a promotional video for 5 minutes long. Things like that, right? Usually those kind of things happen. I'm giving the ambulance manufacturer example, I don't know, because I was thinking of it recently. But yeah, this is kind of my train of thought. You seem to know what I mean. Yeah, I think I definitely relate with that, right? I definitely have felt this kind of idea. Oh, this would be interesting. I look it up and I see 20 results and all of them are like well-made videos. Especially, for example, this especially happens in like web development, right? Web development and things like that, right? If I look up a course on web development, it's like there are probably like 10 courses on every single thing, and they are probably done by people who actually know what the fuck they are talking about, right? So it's like, what is my purpose on this? This is the problem with, I was doing a bootcamp. I did kind of finished a bootcamp for web development, right? One of the things that they did was like, oh, it's a good exercise to like prepare lessons as if you gave the lessons, right? And it's like, okay, it's a good exercise and I get it, but it's not, but it's like so demotivating to make, right? It's like, why would I make the lesson, right? In that case, in those cases, I get demotivated and I'm like, why the fuck would I do it, right? Like, I get the pedagogical whatever, and it's like, if you explain things to, I know that if you are like explaining things to people, you learn about what you don't know also. But at the same time, if the frame is learning, blah, 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 and it's that selfish learning, I don't know, it feels strange to make a video for that, right? I don't know. And I'm checking my YouTube video ideas. See, I don't know. I have a lot of video ideas here, but most of them are strange, and maybe they fit the category that you say, right? Maybe they are like, why would I do that, right? I don't know. It's like, for example, a video about Madrid's metro system. It's like, who am I to make a video about Madrid's metro system, right? That is kind of the thing. Or who am I to make a video about finances and AI? Or like, who am I to make videos about finances, right? Like, the only reason I want to make these videos is because I feel like I know more than some, plus AI and finances are keywords that have a lot of, like, they have good engagement, I assume, right? This is like a felt sense. But it feels dirty to do, and it feels useless, right? I don't know. I want money, that is the thing. I do want money. But, yeah. Okay, channel idea here. This is another channel idea they had called The Best of the Best, and it's just product reviews, right? So kind of the best bath towel. That kind of thing. I like the idea of making a channel like that. The problem is that it requires initial investment for the products to compare, right? You have to be the one that that spends money, right? And I like products. I like buying things. I think that would be like a very satisfying video to make for me. And if it ends up becoming like something that brings in revenue, that would be pretty fucking dope. But I need the initial capital for that. I don't know, tech reviewers like Marques Brownlee, for example, started with reviewing his tech, right? But I don't have any product necessities, right? The things that I want to buy are a phone or something like this, and I don't feel, for example, like I would want to make a video about the best phone, right? That is not something I want to make, because that is a field where I feel like there are so many more people who do it better than I do. But I think, for example, something like that, like household items, that people don't usually pay attention to, but you get the vibe, right? It's like people don't actually care about what towel they get, right? They go to the mall and they pick a random fucking towel and they get it. But there are some people who probably care about actually what is the best towel, or something like that, right? And it depends on the type of skin, probably. Or, I don't know. It probably depends on factors. But there is some kind of intuition that some towels are better than others, and something like that, right? So I feel like a channel dedicated to those kind of people, I am those kind of people, right? Would be dope. That is an idea that I had. And yeah, it's like, for example, towels, dishwashers, TVs, right? I don't know. I think TVs are already covered. Maybe even all those electro type things are covered. But I think, for example, these kind of towels and something like this, I feel like there is a gap on this, right? Bags, like travel bags, are already also, I don't know. Travel bags, I feel like they are already covered as well. Furniture, right? Chairs, that kind of thing. Maybe even fashion to an extent, right? Even though it's taste based, there is some kind of I saw a thread here. Let's see. Was it Teno? I think it was Skooks actually. This Reddit object, right? This is kind of the best kind of razor, right? It's the most durable razor, blah blah, right? These kind of products are very. This is the best boot, right? It's a fashion choice, but it is the best in some kind of sense, in some kind of Reddit sense. The hell is this? There was a comment in this thread that was like, "Hi Reddit." Oh, and it sounds like something my younger sister would buy, but it was because it was on sale. But you buy more because it's on sale, but don't actually save anything because you buy more. Wait, did I get blocked? Oh no, he locked himself. How the fuck do I copy this? Tepid intrepid like this. Let's see if I get accepted. I wanted to see the post. It was a post that says something like, hi Reddit, hi Reddit, to say something, I don't know. I don't know, these are kind of the ideas that I had. I feel like some of the future videos, some of the future streams in this channel are going to be me building this kind of ecosystem or something like that. Maybe reviewing my roadmap videos or something like this to see if I can recycle shit from there or review the status update. I think I will review the status updates of this year and the past year or something like this for tomorrow. Oh, sorry. (2024/06) tomorrow is 20. So yeah, for tomorrow I think I want to do something like status update late June, let's say mid June 2024, and I want to review the old status updates, to make some kinda mid-year reflection. I may do this tonight, like the actual watching the videos for tonight, and tomorrow I will like just record the video, or maybe, I don't know, do something else. I don't know, because I feel like I have not done anything in this half a year, but I don't know, I must have done something, right? I guess streaming over 160 days. Today is day 160, I think. I don't know, it is something, but it is... I don't know, it's something that it's hard to measure. It's something whose, like, the utility of which is hard to measure. Or easy to say it has zero utility, even for myself, right? I don't know, for you, or even for you, maybe, I don't know. I don't know, it's like hanging out with friends, right? It's like obviously hanging out with friends has utility or whatever, right? But if someone is just hanging out with friends, smoking weed, for example, or whatever, and none have a job and all of that, it's like, that's probably not good company, right? I don't know. So yeah, that is what I want to reflect for tomorrow. Today I don't want to reflect on this yet. I want to plan for tomorrow. Okay. Then roadmap review, like think about the old roadmap and see where I can fit it to 2024. And the channels, right? Because I have not advanced in that roadmap, but I have also said why I have not advanced in the roadmap. But maybe I can still advance on that roadmap somehow or something. I don't know. I can ignore the reasons. Now that I know the reasons, I can think of a different strategy or something like this. I don't know. A part of me doesn't like hates that I have used video for this. I should have just dedicated myself to writing, I think. That, I think, fits my future better than video, to be honest. But I just like video for some reason. I have not grown, well, kind of, right? I have kind of grown reading, but much less than watching. That's why I like, I don't know, that's why I feel connected to making videos more than to making text, right? It's my course, I guess. Maybe I could have chosen another format. Maybe I could have chosen words on a screen or something like that. Or just audio. Or loquendo type audio or something like this. Text to speech. I don't know, it is hot. I don't know. It trips me, I guess, a little bit. Seeing other people do things. For example, not sure if you were here yesterday or I don't know. I think it was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday I made these videos that have basically 0 views. And I think you weren't here when I recorded them. I think just the fact that you show your face on screen does give you some plus points. Yeah, I also... Yeah. I mean, I think that is true. In this video that I recorded yesterday, what am I going to do as a project for life? In this video, I mentioned a channel that from people from my town, well, from a girl from my town and her boyfriend, that I don't know where he's from, but yeah. And they are kind of remodeling a van, an ambulance van, into a camper van. And their channel, they have a YouTube channel, right? Which is the interesting thing. She's a girl from my town that I kind of know, more or less. We're not close now, and we haven't ever been like super, super tight. But yeah, we were kind of friends or whatever in middle school, that kind of thing. And she has a YouTube channel with her boyfriend. Well, the boyfriend has a YouTube channel with her, more or less, about this kind of camper van renovation and all this. And it made me think, right? I forgot what I was saying, sorry. Oh yeah, about comparing myself to other people, right? So it's like if I see their life, it's insane to me, right? I'm not exactly sure what their living situation is, but they appear to kind of live alone or to live pretty independent, or if they don't live alone, they seem to have like a good relationship with whoever owns the house. Enough that they are chill, and I think they live alone. So they live alone in this big ass house, and they have space to put like the camper van outside. They both seem to be working. I don't know. They are my age. Like she is my age, younger than me, I guess. Like because she was born later in the year. I remember her birthday, and also because her birthday is the same day as my dad's birthday. But yeah, she has this life. She's a doctor. She is like was studying, right? So she had she was on this path, this good path, you could say. And her boyfriend, I don't know, he's kind of freelancing photography. He has a successful YouTube channel, more or less successful YouTube channel. I'm not sure if he makes a lot of money from it, but he probably makes a living, and it's kind of doing that kind of photography type thing. He seems to be also a YouTube video editor for other people, that kind of thing, right? So yeah, comparing myself to that kind of thing is frustrating a little bit. I know that I don't have the full information, right? They could have been gifted the house, or maybe it's like I know her dad, well, her parents divorced at some point, and that she has a brother. I'm not sure if a half brother or a full brother or something like this, right? I think she has a half brother because her dad, like her mom, remarried or something like this, right? So because of these situations, you could see how maybe one member of like she has two parents' houses, right? She has her dad's house and her mom's house, so like there are more opportunities for you to get given a house, right? Not literally given a house, but to be able to use a house without a lot of interruptions, blah blah, right? I don't know. But obviously your parents divorcing and all that is a bad thing or whatever, I don't know. So it's like I'm not super comparing myself because every situation is different and every challenge is different, blah blah blah, right? But still, it's like I don't want to compare myself in a good way, not in a bad way. But I want to apply like forgiveness to myself in case I'm like, oh, I don't know, this is so bad, I am so whatever, right? I don't have the same opportunities that she has, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to be like that because, yeah, but you also didn't have the same challenges, so I don't know. It's like you have not been in her life, blah, blah, but also she has not been in your life, right? So it's like you can't also compare yourself badly to her in that sense, right? It's like you don't know how lucky she's been, she doesn't know how lucky you've been, or how lack of lucky you've been, how your challenges have been, blah, 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 right? But it's interesting because she's from my town, right? So it's like I know that her circumstances were not the same as mine, but like the location was so close that, and the upbringing was relatively similar. It was the same school. We went to the same school, right? So yeah, I don't know. I feel like some kind of connection there, right? In that sense, I feel like some kind of comparison there. It always hits me a bit more if someone is successful even though they are younger than me. Yeah, probably same. I think that's why I try not to pay too much attention, right? In Spain, there is this kind of half Moroccan or something like this, or like from Moroccan ascendance but with Spanish nationality, football player, and he's 16 years old, and he's playing in the national team, and it's like, I don't know, it's like I don't know, yeah, that kind of thing. Thinking of that kind of thing is tough for me, right? Because some people will be like, oh, he sacrificed so much, blah, 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 right? But it's like you get the opportunity to sacrifice only under certain circumstances, right? It's like I would probably have sacrificed as well, right? I don't feel like with hindsight on, everything looks rosy, but like I don't think I'm talking out of my ass when I say that I would have sacrificed certain things, right? It's like he worked hard for the opportunity. It didn't get given to him. True, but also, right? I don't know. It's like when you are that young, you are not like, oh, I want to play football so bad, right? It's like, well, maybe you are, but every kid is like that, right? You get given the opportunity to, and it's like you being, I want to do this so bad. You run into barriers or not, right? And someone helps you overcome the barriers or not. It's like, oh, it's obvious, right? When you are a kid and you are playing football professionally or like almost professionally, it's obvious that there has been help, right? It's like, and that there is someone so talented in you, blah, 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 right? And that you were good enough to do it, right? And that you work hard also, right? But it has to be like this combination of things. It's like, are there, I don't know. It's like I was not in the position to be given like this opportunity or to do that thing, right? Or in the things that I got given an opportunity, for example, maths or whatever, I was not good enough, right? Like from the get-go. It's like there are some barriers that you see from the get-go, right? I don't know. And yeah, that's something that's been on my mind, I guess, right? Comparison to others and all this. Comparison to others, etc. Maybe because we are also approaching my birthday in July, right? I will probably make a video called Turning 27 or Being 27 or something like this. Last year I made a video called Being 26. So I will probably make a Being 27 video. I don't know, I was thinking about success in general. About my successes also. Because, for example, this writer I follow, Visa, he has this list of, can list his successes quickly, right? If someone asks, or he has threads about the successes he's had, how successful he's been, blah, 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 right? I don't feel like that about my own life, right? I don't feel like I can pull out successes out of my ass, or not even out of my ass, but so quickly, right? I don't feel like I can point at successes that I've had. And I'm not sure if it's a scope issue, if it's like a looking issue, if it's a lens issue, a seeing issue, or if it's just a success issue, right? I don't know. I can think of things I've participated in. I do feel similar, and I don't think I have a lot to show people. Yeah, same. I don't know. That's why I have so much travel with these videos, right? I actually like the thumbnail, by the way. Hire me, my skills. I like this thumbnail. But the video got this bad response by this guy, and I think he's actually right, so I don't know. I feel like I want to remake this. I don't know. I feel this kind of dual thing. I feel like, on the one hand, I feel like I am too much into media production, right? And consumption, right? I am in this cycle of producing media about media that I consume, right? So making videos about movies or something like this, right? Or making videos about making videos, that kind of thing. But on the other hand, I feel like, what did Richard Linklater do, for example? He watched 600 movies a year, right? He just watched fucking movies all day. And then what did he do with that? Make movies, right? I don't know. It's like, it's obvious for some reason, but also it feels like the people who actually make good videos also know something else. I don't know. Hello, mate. No, the job search is not going great. Okay. you start with that already, right? Did aid end? Today. Hope you had a nice weekend. Nice festivities or nice... Was it a long weekend? Well, if you don't have a job, it's probably a long weekend, right? Sorry, but also... I'm alright. Well, I'm not alright, actually. I'm as bad as usual, more, let's say. How did you get the job that you had before? I forgot the name already, but the one with the shady company or all that. How did he find you? Was it like through Fiverr or some platform like that, or through job application platform in Pakistan, or what? Through LinkedIn? I don't know. Today, for example, I was not really thinking about jobs. I was thinking about videos, about status, about YouTube videos and all this. But I don't know. The job topic is always relevant, to be honest. A friend found the client via Fiverr. Then the client then required a long-term project. And your friend told you about it or something. It's important to have friends, I guess. Networking, right? And boom, new company was formed with me being one of the 2 core devs. I mean, I guess it's good for the resume. It should probably be like a good jumping off point or something like this. What passport do you have? Pakistani passport, right? And that's it. How good is that passport? Passport index. Rank. Yeah, Spain is a good passport. Usually because of Latin America, I think. What about Control F, Pakistan? Pakistani's passport 90, holy fuck, it's one of the worst passports. I mean, for working, it's still a mess, to be honest. It doesn't matter. Like having the second passport ever, the second best passport, doesn't matter if you want to work in the States, for example. If you want to work in the USA, it doesn't matter what passport you have. You need a visa anyways, right? This is more like a mobility thing or whatever, right? It's like a hassle thing for traveling, if you want to travel, basically. I currently do not have one. No. If you don't plan on leaving, doesn't really matter, to be honest. The good thing about the Spanish passport, for example, is that I can just say fuck it and go to Germany, right? And no one in Germany will ask shit, right? Because they can't, because it's like a common, like the Europe, because of the EU, right? I don't know if that holds up for the UK or those kind of countries, for example, or for Switzerland. I can't just go to Switzerland and stay there and work, right? But I could go. I have a friend in Germany, right? I could technically just go with him, stay in his house, and look for work there without any trouble, right? That is an advantage of any EU passport, you could say. But for the things that I was thinking of, for example, I was thinking of going to Japan, right? Or the United States. And for those things, I still need a visa or whatever, right? So it's like I can't just go either. Do you know some information about getting a secondary passport? What is required? Citizen of another country? Citizenship of another country. It depends. I mean, like usually, like there are some countries you can kind of pay to get a passport in, but it's usually like these type of countries, right? So countries in the Caribbean islands, that kind of thing, right? And it's usually like by investment, so you have to like buy a house, or you have to have like $5 million invested or some shit. I don't think it's that. Like, I don't think it's that. Citizenship by investment. If you have roots from places, for example, Israel gives passports to Jews or something like that, or I think if you are Latin American, it's pretty easy to get a Spanish passport if you have Spanish roots. It's that kind of thing, right? For example, Japan is a country that does not do that. In Japan, it's like you have to be born in fucking Japan, and you have to have two Japanese parents. I don't know. It's something crazy. If you are born in Japan, it's not enough. You have to have this kind of Japanese blood, and you cannot have any other passports if you want to have a Japanese passport. That's why I don't have it already. Y Antigua and Barbuda, Austria. Santa Lucia, St. Kitts and Nevis, all these are like by investment. I didn't know about Austria. And a secondary passport means citizenship of that country. Pakistani dual citizenship list. And usually the countries tell you, right? Dual citizenship is available to individuals holding citizenship from a specific list of 19 countries: US, UK, Italy, France, Belgium, Australia, Canada, and New Zealand. Nationals of these countries can acquire Pakistani citizenship without renouncing to their original passport. This is kind of assuming you don't want to lose your Pakistani. Like if you don't care about losing the Pakistani nationality, it's like you probably can do. I don't know. It depends on which one you want to get and the requirements of this particular country. Japan, for example, is very hard, but Spain, for example, is not that hard. Makes sense. Okay, almost no chance for me. Yeah, in this case, it's like you would have to go through each country, right? So UK, France, Italy, Belgium, Iceland, blah, 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 go through all these and see like which one of these is the easiest, right? Because in general, getting a nationality of some country is like you have to live in the like first you have to get residency. Usually that comes either with a job or with a spouse or something like that, right? And then you have to like spend 5 years or something, or like some amount of years in that country before you can get naturalized or something like that. And then you get the nationality. And if you get one of these, apparently, it's like you don't lose the Pakistani one. So it's like you can also visit your family and that kind of shit, right? And own property in Pakistan, or because sometimes it's kind of restricted. And yeah, renunciation. This is if you want to get another one that is not one of these, probably. So, for example, in Spain, there are some Pakistani people living. I assume the kids cannot get dual Pakistani and Spanish citizenship. So they have to choose. If you look at the passport list, it's like, maybe it's better to choose the Spanish one, right? But if you are super tied to Pakistan or whatever, maybe you're like, okay, I will deal with all the hassle of having to get like all of these fucking documents or whatever. And you just renew your visa every year or something. Or if you, I don't know, if you're born, maybe there are like residency conditions that are more advantageous. For example, if you are born here in Spain, maybe if you don't get Spanish nationality, you can still get Spanish residency, right? Because your mom lives in Spain or something like that. I don't know how it works, to be honest. My mom, for example, has Spanish residency, but she's not a Spanish citizen. So she has a Spanish residency card because and I think that is tied to marriage. So she is married to my dad, and because of that, she can legally stay in Spain. And I think if my dad were to die or something, because her kids are Spanish, she can still have the residency thing. I think that's how it works, but I'm not sure. I think Spain only has dual citizenship agreements with Latin American countries. I think with France as well, maybe with Portugal, and maybe with Italy, but I don't know. Yeah, Puerto Rico as well, for some reason. Andorra, the Philippines. Spanish nationals by origin can acquire citizenship of a second country. Nationals of Ibero-American, blah, blah, blah. France, Portugal, okay, Andorra, Italy apparently not, and Sephardic Jews. That is true. Yeah, and there is like this kind of cultural knowledge exam for some people apparently. I know that if you are, like there are people who renounce to their actual nationality. For example, people from Morocco or whatever that come here, sometimes they renounce for the Moroccan nationality or whatever, and they just take the Spanish one. Those people who renounce have to take and who go through like the 5 years living here in order to get residency, and then you can test, like those people have to take a test, some kind of test of this kind of cultural whatever and of Spanish language, I think. You will be invited to take 2 tests as part of your application: the DELE, Spanish language, and CCSE sociocultural exam. So funny. Formalities include swearing an oath of allegiance to the King of Spain and confirming that you intend to abide by the laws of the land, entering a new status, blah, 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 in the Spanish civil register. I think Japan does not have it with anyone. Let's see. Japan dual citizenship. Loophole. What the fuck? Oh yeah, this is kind of the loophole here that people talk about. You technically have to renounce to Japan that you have the blah blah blah, right? A lot of us over 22 stay in the gray area but not choosing either way. I think I'm not sure if my mom made me choose or something. Like I think I just did not renew my Japanese passport, right? I don't think I have ever sent some kind of a document or whatever. But I think by default it does something, right? It's not like Spain's and Japan's government are connected, and when you tell Spanish one, and then when you renew your Spanish passport, they cancel the other one, right? It's not like that. It's well known that citizens are often able to quietly retain these statuses due to a lack of evocation, blah, 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 blah. Drop restrictions for holding dual citizenship. It's funny. And Japan prohibits it. Okay, I think I'm closing stream. Thank you for being here. And yeah, tomorrow I'm going to do this thing probably. Status update, mid-June 2024. So yeah, goodbye.